A man steps onto a brightly lit stage, greeted by the echo of applause. The glow of the overhead lights hides his expression, but his body language tells a story, tense, uncertain, and trying to hold itself together. Behind him, the heavy red curtains close, shutting out everything that came before this moment. In front of him, a smiling host waits at his desk, the perfect image of control. The man walks forward, each step measured and heavy, as the crowd cheers louder. He forces a smile, polite practice, but hollow, somewhere between the lights and the laughter. It's hard to tell if this is triumph or tragedy beginning to unfold. He sits down. The host leans forward. The show begins. The air feels heavier now. The laughter from the crowd fades, replaced by an uneasy quiet. The man sits under the glare of the studio lights, his face calm, but his eyes distant. The host begins with small talk, questions meant to entertain, to make the audience laugh. But the man doesn't laugh. He watches the host carefully, like someone studying a mask. He leans closer to the microphone. His voice is steady, almost too steady. You think this is funny? A nervous chuckle ripples through the audience. The host smiles awkwardly, trying to pull the moment back. But something has shifted. The man isn't here to entertain anymore. His words grow heavier. His tone sharpens. Each sentence feels like confession, but not the kind that brings relief. And just for a second, the camera catches it. That look in his eyes. Not madness, not sadness, but a kind of clarity that's far more dangerous. The silence stretches longer than it should. The host tries to laugh it off, but the sound feels hollow against the tension now filling the studio. The man straightens in his seat. His face is calm, almost peaceful, but his eyes burn with something fierce, something final. Every word he speaks feels like a blade carefully drawn. The audience doesn't know whether to laugh or stay quiet. The camera lingers on him, unflinching. For a moment, time feels suspended, a breath held too long. Then he says it, a single line that shatters the illusion. The world inside the studio, all the lights, the applause, the comfort, breaks apart in an instant, and when the sound returns, it's chaos. The camera doesn't move. It stays fixed, steady, while the world inside the frame unravels. For a heartbeat, there's only stillness. The man breathes out, slow, almost relieved. The host's eyes widen. The crowd gasps, and the lights above flicker. No music, no cutaway, just the raw sound of chaos breaking through silence. Security rushes forward. The audience screams, but the man, he just sits there, watching what he's done, watching the walls of his perfect illusion crumble. The television feed cuts out. Static fills the screen. And somewhere beyond that static, a new story is being born. One that no one in Hollywood would ever dare to script. The screen flickers back to life. News anchors scramble to fill the silence. Voices trembling as they repeat the same question over and over. How did this happen on live television? Clips from the broadcast replay endlessly. Each frame dissected, each second analyzed. What was once a shocking moment is now a spectacle. Consumed, debated, shared. The man's face is everywhere, on screens, headlines, and whispers. To some, he's a monster. To others, a symbol. But in the noise of outrage and fascination, one thing becomes clear. The line between reality and performance has vanished. And Hollywood, for all its rules and polish, can no longer pretend to control the story. Days later, the world still can't look away. Clips from the broadcast are spread everywhere, remixed, analyzed, dissected frame by frame. But what no one seems to notice is how quiet everything else has become. Inside a dim apartment, the television flickers. The same moment plays on loop, the man's face frozen in time. Outside, sirens wail, voices argue, the city moves on. But here, in this small room, it's just him and a reflection of his own myth. He looks at the screen, at the version of himself the world has created, and he almost doesn't recognize it. A faint smile crosses his face. Not pride, not regret, just understanding. For the first time, he sees the truth. Hollywood didn't break him. He broke Hollywood. Like and subscribe for more interesting stories.